What's going on, YouTube? So right now I'm going to be telling you my review for the new Disney Plus movie, Home Sweet Home Alone, which in a way it's kind of a sequel if you think about it. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. This will be a spoiler and non-spoiler review. First, I'm going to of course talk about my non-spoiler part, then I'll get into spoilers. For this was an enjoyable Christmas movie. If you enjoyed any of the past Home Alone movies, like especially 1 and 2, you'll definitely enjoy this. It was fun, it was enjoyable, it was dorky, it was all that kind of stuff. Fun Christmas movie. I don't think there'll be a sequel to it. There doesn't need to be a sequel to it, honestly. The way it ended, it's gonna be like you're gonna be like, oh, okay, this does not need a sequel, no matter how good it does. Um, the kid that played Max Mercer, Archie Yates, I think that's that name, right? Um, he did a good job playing the kid that needs to stay home alone. He did he all the his little tricks that he did against the burglars were really funny and cool and unique. Um, it's very different, I will say, compared to the other Home Alone movies. It's what's it called? Like if you were to think like, oh, it's today's day and age of Home Alone, he'll just call the cops. That's not gonna happen. What they show in the movie, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe that's why. It's what I predicted. Actually, I was wrong. I was wrong. Usually, I'm good at predicting stuff, especially in a situation like this. He, not he, the person that played Pam McKenzie, Ellie Kemper, who's also from The Office. I did like how her name was Pam because she's in The Office and she co-stars with a character named Pam, and she did a really good job too. I thought she was funny. She was cool, as well as the person that played her husband, Jeff McKenzie, Rob Delaney. He was funny. The mom was just she was meh. She was kind of dumb. I'm not saying the mom from the first two Home Alone movies is dumb. I'm just saying she was like, what, dumb? Like, how can you be that dumb? Like, it was kind of pathetic. Like, there's so many things that happen in the movie. You're gonna be like, why couldn't you do this? Why couldn't you do that? Why couldn't this happen? Like, yeah, you could use the excuse like, oh, it was in the script, but no, I'm so done with that saying. It's so like pointless now. Um. So that's all I really got to say for my non-spoiler review. Oh, there is a character in the movie. I'm not gonna say who, not gonna say anything, but there is a familiar character in this movie. You're gonna be like, oh, no way! It brings a smile to it brought a smile to my face, and it's gonna bring a smile to your face if you have not seen this movie before. If you have seen this movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I'm already smiling because I actually like this surprise cameo. If I were to give this movie a rating, well, no, my rating for this movie is a 8 out of 10. Enjoyable, fun, funny, all that kind of stuff. And I did record a reaction video to it, so I'm hoping to get the editing portion of it done. I haven't even started editing yet. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for that. Been busy these past few days, so the reaction video will be up eventually. I don't know when. I'm not gonna give any estimate. Just when it gets done, it'll be uploaded. That's all I'm saying. All right, so I'm now going to talk about spoilers. So if you have not seen this movie, you don't want to be spoiled, leave right now. And first off, I really liked how Buzz McAllister showed up. That was probably my favorite part. And it was also funny when he's in his car eating that burrito, and he's like, me and my family, we left my brother at home twice. That was funny. And he even said like how his brother Kevin like prank calls him and pranks him for that, and he thinks that his brother is prank calling him about a kid staying home alone, and he was not even going to do it. That was funny too. At first I didn't know who it was going to be. When I saw McAllister right there, I was like, okay, that's got to be Buzz. I didn't want to say it was because I couldn't really get a good look at him. The facial hair I think drew me off. That's why I couldn't say. That's why I couldn't say, is that actually Buzz? But then when I saw when I got a better look at it as I saw him longer on the screen, and he was talking about how his younger brother Kevin was left home, and I'm thinking to myself, that's 100% Buzz, because who else would it be? The only memorable characters from Home Alone besides Kevin were his younger brother, the one with the glasses, Buzz, and the parents. That's really it, and the uncle. That's all I can remember really. So like yeah, it was appropriate to make it Buzz. I like that. And if they were to make a sequel to this movie, I wouldn't mind. I'll still watch it because I'm a movie watcher. I really hope I can't remember his name right now. The guy that played Kevin in the original Home Alone movies. I hope they do bring him in for a cameo, because that would be much better. That would just make it a much better movie. Honestly, this cameo honestly made it a little bit of a better movie. It's because it makes you think. It makes you know, like, oh, it's in a way a sequel. And I I did like how all the traps in the movie and the tricks that Max did, they were unique. Like none of them were exact copies of what Kevin did in the past Halloween movies. Max with his little gun to shoot the 8 ball and whatever. I forgot what they're called, the pool balls. Him putting flammable chemicals in the drain to light Pam's shoes on fire, the butter on the stairs, all that kind of stuff. The thumbtacks in the Nerf gun, that was unique. Like I can't think of a trap that was in this new movie that was in the past original Home Alone movies that are in this. Like they were all unique, and I like that. I'm glad they never copied any sort of trap. Maybe if they copied one trap, it would have been fine, but I'm glad they didn't copy more than that. It's fine. They were unique. Everything like that. I also did like how they brought in the original theme song from Home Alone movies into this movie. I like that actually. And when you saw John Williams' name in the credits, I like that a lot because he's the goat of making theme songs for movies. There's no doubt about that. And what I also liked about this movie is that you're rooting. Maybe not rooting, but you're not against the burglars. You're in a way you kind of hope that they get what they're trying to get in the house, because they're trying to get the doll that they thought was taken from them. It's worth over $200,000 freaking dollars. Yeah, I would honestly do the same. If I'm being honest, break into a house that I thought took a doll, but in a way actually no one took it. It was just that little freaking shit of a nephew of theirs. Excuse me. And I did like how it ended with Pam and Jeff not going to prison, that they got the doll sold for the money. They fixed the house up that was destroyed in Max did. And I like that it didn't end them going to prison. That's how it ends, where it makes you think this movie does not need a sequel, unless like in the sequel they actually do have burglars, and the burglars are actually Harry and Marv from the original movies. I think that would be good. I don't even know what their age is. I'm not even gonna bother looking it up right now. But like I said, this movie was very enjoyable. Glad I watched it. I was hesitant at first because, like I said, I wasn't so sure how the movie would go in today's day and age of staying home alone, and I did theorize that Max could just see them break into the house and use his phone, use his Alexa thing to call the police, which he did. He did. But when he thought, like, oh my god, maybe the police aren't a good idea, because he didn't want his parents to go to prison, which would not have happened if you've stayed home alone before. But he's just a kid. Like, a kid, I think a lot of kids usually think of the worst situation. I do that still, actually, and I'm 23 freaking years old. So I actually like that. I'm glad it wasn't just a kind of a weird saying, like, oh, he's too young to have a phone. Oh my god, you're grounded, no phone for a week or whatever. I'm kind of glad that they do that, because that's what I theorized it was going to be before I watched the movie, and I'm glad that it wasn't like that. It was just him thinking of the worst situations, Max. And when I say that I think the mother was a little dumb, it was because like since two flights had to be booked for them or changed, whatever. I don't. Wouldn't you think she would be the last one to leave just to make sure everybody gets onto the plane? She'll be getting up first, making sure everybody that gets on the first plane is getting on the first plane, as well as everybody getting the second plane instead of her who I assume was her brother that was saying like, "I'm gonna shave your head." I'm gonna assume that was her brother or something. And so yeah, that's why I think she was kind of dumb. Like if you were, and not only that, like she's on the phone with the airline, and how she's trying to like concentrate, listen to what they're saying, when there's sounds from every freaking kid and person in the house. Like, how would you go into the garage, into the car, into another room? Like, come on. Like, I know you can usually saying like, oh, it's in the script, but I'm like I said, I'm done with that saying. My parents say it a lot. uh, but it is what it is. Still an enjoyable movie. Glad I checked it out. I will watch the sequel if they ever make one, but I don't think there needs to be a sequel, and I don't really think there will be, because I think a lot of people are not liking it right now. But yeah, that was my review for the movie. Again, my rating is 8 out of 10. If you guys let me know your thoughts on the movie in the comments, that would be nice. So yeah, give this video a like and or subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good one.